today.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Prescott looks to throw right away. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's third and a few inches.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Dances by at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely.
On first down, Richardson.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play, and if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Prescott from the gun.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. To the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. It's caught left side by Cooks. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now a give here to Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second down and 6 now.
Throwing, Prescott.
Able to hit his target.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice. And now, as with every particular, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
1st down, Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. To throw is Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes the score 21-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10, it's Richardson.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10, here's Richardson with it. And completes it again to Metcalf.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Steps away to his left.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Richardson, he'll find Metcalf.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Myers' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Richardson into space at the 45.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
First and 10.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
2nd and 6. Richardson out of the shotgun.
Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And going right back to Walker.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Richardson.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
They go play action with Richardson.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Throw out wide to Walker.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
3rd down and 13. Richardson working from the gun. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw.
James has got it. Complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
This defensively got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. It's complete to Hopkins. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
He'll get this up to about the 44. Now a 2nd and 6.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Going to run again here with Pollard. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 11, a little under 1:50 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
Here's Richardson. That's caught by Pitts. 2nd and 6 coming up. Richardson to throw it.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Richardson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. 1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes 2nd down. Now Richardson.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Richardson to the air on first down.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Now it's Richardson.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And this one is incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One last shot for Richardson.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were
tonight.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now 2nd and 9. And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Young to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. You were what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Young to throw it.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
Shifts by him. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Hubbard bowling his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. Off the option, here's Murray running left.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Carolina defense.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you're outplaying their defense as well, and that's what they did in the last game.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you have to outplay their defense as well, and that's what they did in their last game.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here's Corliss Waitman now.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him.
The Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Now here's Young.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Murray now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at it.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Young. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Young on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play fake, now Young. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw for Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Screen pass to Connor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
A final shot before half for Murray. This will be caught by Brown. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 4-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Young.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Right back to Hubbard.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. Get a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Open man is Mingo, complete.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw, Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First and 10, Young to the right side and complete to Hurst. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Out of the gun, it's Young. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Young. Dancing to his left. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult. These moving targets at full speed, hard to do.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Murray.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Murray. And a completion to Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Chris Wormley able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Murray.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Murray off play action. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Now Murray's got to have this one.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a run with Hubbard. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really care.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First carry for Nick Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Packers at 13-1 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Throw it. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the dashing through the snow. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ready. 33, yellow.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Going back to Love. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They go with Chubb on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Love now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Play fake, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down and 8.
60 red.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 44. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They work now on 2nd and 9. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 5.
Love.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Packers.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
First down, here's Cousins.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, it's Cousins.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Cousins on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Phillips. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Spears on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the toss, it's Spears.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Right back to Spears.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hand off to Spears.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Across midfield, Nick Chubb.
And finally wrestled down at the 11.
113 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing. Love. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw now. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Operating from the gun.
Love. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting.
And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. For Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's going to come down to which offense can follow their defense's lead and step up in the clutch themselves.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down and 3. Here's a give to Spears.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Cousins.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Gun, Love, he finds his man, complete. It's Reed. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 100
Leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
First down, Love to pass.
finds his receiver, Watson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Chubb will get the call running left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Love. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. First kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Packers, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.